Hey YouTube, it's your beekeeper here. What are we working on today? We got a four-wheeler that's on its side. We got a VW that needs some moderate mechanical work done to it. But that's not what we're here to do. Here to do is to mess with what's in the back of that Dodge truck. So let me walk over there with some tools and I'll show you what we're dealing with. Oh yeah. So here we have a 5500 watt Craftsman generator. I don't know what power head, it doesn't really matter. It has an 11 horse Generac engine on it, overhead valve industrial engine. So this was the freebie that I picked up just yesterday. I just brought it home yesterday. And according to the guy that was using it, he says he was running a pump after a storm. We just had some storms blow through here a few days ago. And he had some flooding. He was running the generator and running a couple sump pumps when he heard what sounded like screaming. Those are his words. Something made a screeching, squealing noise on this thing, and then it stopped running and it locked itself up. And it is locked up. So he's like, it's old, it's lived by the beach its whole life. It was right by my house. Which always makes it easy, right? If I don't have far to go, I'm certainly going to give it a shot, right? But it's like super corroded. Lived by a beach, right? It's probably got a lot of miles on it, but he said it ran well when it ran, which is funny because it's like looking at a car that's crashed on the internet on Craigslist, and they show you pictures before it was crashed, you know, and the thing's just a ball of crumpled up foil, but they show you all the glamour shots of what the truck used to look like. But anyway, that's a whole nother, but I digress. So I figured it was free. It was by my house, didn't have anything to do. Worst case, you know, I can get a set of nice wheels, maybe save this plastic tank, and then put this all in the scrap bin, take this to work and ship it off in the scrap bin. So there's really no, it was in between my work and my home. Anyway, it was no big deal to get this thing home. It's my suspicion, and I could be absolutely wrong, that it was just the generator head that seized up and causing everything to lock up. I hope that that's the case, because I have a plan for this engine, if that's the case, and hopefully the sudden stop, if he had it under load, you know, this thing with the governor, it's got the idle control, the throttle control, electric, it would be running at full speed and then have it lock up. Hopefully it didn't damage anything in the engine. So what I'd like to do, ultimately, if you guys remember, I brought that 600-gallon trailerable tank up to the ranch property. I'm in the process of looking for a heavy-duty trailer, preferably a dual-axle trailer, something short and stubby. If not, I'll cut it up to make it short and stubby, and make a water tender out of it, a water truck with a powered water pump on it. So 11 horse. I got a lot of space here. If I keep this frame together, the tank's overhead, everything's here. I just need to figure out what sort of fire pump to run on this thing. But I'm getting way ahead of myself, and man, that's tight. I'm getting way ahead of myself. This thing could be complete hash. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you guys down. Fuck that stop. Come on now. There it goes. I'm gonna set you guys down. The oil tastes pretty good. You know, it's got oil. Shoot. Get back in. Come on, you can do it. It has oil, and the oil's clean, right? I mean, look at that. He says he was running it. He listed it the same day that it fragged, so it's not like he put new oil in here. So it's got clean oil. So let's pull this head off, and let's see if this engine actually works. If it's not destroyed, then we're going to I'm going to be on the lookout for a water pump. I mean, I'm on the lookout for a water pump anyway for that project, for the water project, water tank trailer project. I've already got 7 things in my head right now. This looks a little sticky, but maybe not. I don't know. Let's figure out what's going on here. I'm no expert, but the windings in your generator should probably not look like this. Oh, look at that. That was it. It's seized up on that back piece, which I've already thrown away. Hold on. Interesting. The bearing, the rear bearing works, the one that rides on here. No, that's what the brushes run on, so that should be. So what's seized up? What? I think these wires got caught up around that and just locked the whole thing up. Interesting. But it turns. That doesn't sound good. Alright. Let's keep pulling this thing apart. Let's see what we can come up with. Well, this is what's interesting. This fell out of the engine, or out of the generator head from somewhere. Man, that thing got hot and it got bound up. I don't know where it goes. I'm honestly not sure how to get this thing apart. I'm assuming I can knock this center section out. Judging by the end cap, it only goes in about 1/8 of an inch. And it's probably just stuck in there from corrosion. So I'm going to get a little pry action here and see if I can knock this off. Then I should be able to get the bolts off that are holding this onto the engine. There we go. Yeah, I'm no expert in generators, but I'm pretty sure the windings aren't supposed to. Ooh, I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to look like that. Okay, I'd say that blued up, scratched up piece of metal I saw came off of here, off of that winding. Now I need to figure out, I don't want to bang on this too much because I don't want to damage the engine. The engine is moving quite well without any weird sounds. It feels like it has compression. It's got good compression. I don't want to start it up with this thing on it because I don't want to throw anything out of balance or do anything. I'm trying to figure out I'm going to set you down for a minute and pay attention. Maybe I need to bust out some of these because I see there are 4 bolts that hold it to the engine, but we got this shield thing in the way. Let me do some digging. Little heat, little brake free, little tippy tap. And there we go. A lot of heat. It's pretty rusty on there. Man, that is a hell of a tapered shaft. But what's more important, let's put that there. Let me sit you guys down. Let's see, let me move a few of these things out of the way. Let's see if this thing will run. This thing really weighs nothing. I don't think there's any fuel in here. Ah, there's 0. I know he drained it out. Let's see, maybe there's some in the carb. So what we'll do, I'm gonna sit you down there. Tip it back. Where are you guys? Pay attention. That sounds really fast. Sounds like that's stuck on full throttle because it has idle control, but that is stuck. Let me put some penetrating oil on there and get that carburetor to move a bit because that's way too fast. I don't want to blow that thing up. See if we can get her to idle real quick. All right, a little penetrating oil, a little manual manipulation. And I think we're good. Let's fire this thing up. That's all I need to hear. So now the question is, what pump do I get for this? If anybody has any suggestions or recommendations, let me know. It doesn't necessarily, this is a hell of a tapered shaft. I don't know if that would be what you would use for a water pump, but honestly it doesn't matter, because I could figure it out. I get a Lovejoy coupler, I could put the pump here and attach it with a coupler versus a direct drive. That's the easy part. I just want to make sure I get the right stuff. I got some good single jacketed fire hose that were pulled from cabinets because of age, not because of condition, out of commercial buildings, and I have a bunch of that up at El Rancho. So we are one step closer to building ourselves a nice firefighting water trailer. That's my project for this winter. I'd like to have this one up and running by June. Let's just say June of 21. And that would allow me to have something going for the fire season. So got that linkage working again. I'm gonna just kind of spray everything down because this thing sat outside under a cover, but it sat outside by the beach, and it's pretty stuck. Was pretty stuck, but we're good now. Now that it's had a second to run, I'm gonna just run it all the way out of gas. We should probably just run it out of fuel. And that'd be the fuel. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. Gotta go, gotta run.